Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by. Man, this right here is about to be a banger, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It does help the channel to grow, and it will spread the word because YouTube will help this community grow. So, first of all, man, I just like to dive right into it and let you guys know what's going down out here in these motor streets. So I came across an article, right? This was a while back, man. This was at least about, if it wasn't a year and a half ago, maybe like a couple years ago, right? They had announced that they were going to make a Skyline. They were going to bring back the Skyline, but here's the deal. It wasn't going to be a coupe. It wasn't going to be a two-door. It was going to be a sedan. And the idea was like, okay, is this going to be the GTR Skyline that everybody's been asking for many years? They never wanted them to drop the Skyline name, but due to all, I think, the bad press and publicity, and the Skyline name had got back in the day from all the racing and street racing and all that stuff like that, I think they banned Skyline name because they didn't want to use that name because the name was already damaged or something like that. That was the story that I got way back in the day. Now fast forward to now. Now this may rub some Nissan GTR fans the wrong way, some Nissan Skyline GTR, R34, R35 guys the wrong way, because they're going to look at it like, okay, Nissan, what are you doing? Are you going to, destroy the GTR Skyline name with this? Because they're looking like, hey, we didn't sign up for this, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of made me, I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's right. What I'm saying is, how can they accept a sedan if we already have grown to love the coupes, the tuners, all of the history of the Fast and the Furious? I love to call it the Paul Walker, because the GTR, that's what I think of when I think of Nissan Underground. I think of things like that, the history that goes behind when you say Skyline and GTR. When you put them together, that's what we think of, the R34s and the upgraded R35s, and now we're going into a new generation, and the refresh ones that came out now. It looks amazing, by the way. But to come with this out of nowhere, and it's kind of like a surprise, and like I've been heard about it, and then sometimes Nissan will announce something and just kind of brush it under the rug and never really bring it back out, or because we've been asking for an upgrade for the Z for how long now? For over 10 years. So so for them to pop up with a new Nissan, I'm assuming it's a 2024 Nissan Skyline Nismo debut, Japan. It's going to have 414 horsepower, but it's going to be a sedan. Basically, it's going to be a rebadged Q50 Red Sport. It's pretty much going to have everything the same horsepower. I think the same engine, that's supposed to also be in the Z. They're going to share the same thing because we already know, Nissan makes, Infiniti, so they're together. So that's awesome. They are the brothers-in-laws, So pretty much, if you got a Red Sport Q50 here, it's going to be a rebadge, pretty much Skyline, over there in Japan. Now, here's the other kicker. They are talking about they're only going to bring out 1,000 as of right now. Now, I don't know if this is a test run to see how the fans or the community will accept it, or if demand is high enough will they bring them over here in the West, in the US. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But from what I have seen on this article, this is what's going down, and it's pretty much supposed to have everything that the new Nissan sports car, the two-seater, the two-door coupe supposed to have in it, except it's going to be a sedan. And I'm still trying to wrap my mind around why did they have to go in the sedan route? Is this because you want to make a EV? Is this because we're moving into more so the EV and they feel like they can make more money now? So let's get a jump start so we can introduce the new Skyline and bring that name back. But the name have so much history behind it. That's why I said, why didn't they just bring something else out? They had so many cars across the lineup. Why choose Skyline to bring back? That's the point. Nissan have so many sports cars that they could have brought back. I mean, you guys know probably a gazillion of them that they could have brought back. But Skyline, I just don't know how the fan base is going to accept that. Because when I think about a Skyline, I think about a tuner. I'm thinking about 1,000 horsepower, twin turbo boosted. I'm thinking about NOS power. I'm thinking about drag racing. That's what I'm not thinking about. A sedan. That doesn't come to my mind when I think about Skyline. It don't. And I know I'm not going to be the only guy that feels this way about this car. It's going to be some mixed emotions. Now, am I against it? No. Can I understand it? Kinda, yeah, I understand because the new direction that we're going in. Do I like it? I'm in the middle with it. I would say 50-50 with it, because I'm like, man, my friend had the Nissan GTR R35. That car is amazing. All-wheel drive, like 560 something plus horsepower, 0 to 60 with like 3.5 seconds. I don't see how this car here is going to put down those numbers by just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like it would be that big of a beast, with 414. Not saying it's not going to be quick. Not saying it's not going to be an awesome car. Not saying that they won't turn it into something like a Red Sport or kind of like the G35s. Like I can go back and say the G35s of Infiniti period was my all-time favorite. Is the coupe, the 2-door. That was I wish they would have never ever got rid of that styling, that body style. I think that right there was the key to Infiniti sports car success, because we still have those out here today, and I still see guys tuning them, popping pipes, down piping, backfiring still to this day. And I don't know if that ever got back to them over there, the automakers over there in Japan, that they ever knew that we were doing that over there with these cars. But they have to know. So to go to this direction, it's like, I don't know if the fan base is going to be able to accept it, because first of all, they already turned the Q60 into a complete all-out luxury car. It already was the luxury brand of Nissan. We already know it's the upgraded brand pretty much of Nissan, but at the same time, the G35 and the Z always kind of stayed close to each other. And now that it moves so far away from that, it's like we missed that history, and we love what Nissan did with the Z. Now, this is the other issue that I got with it. It looks too much like a Nissan Maxima. It don't give me the GTR feel when I look at a sports car feel. It gives me just a luxury car, a nice, clean luxury car, but with a few extra bells and whistles. Nothing wrong with it at all, but it don't give me a Nissan Z, a Nissan GTR, feel. It don't, when you look at it, you don't feel like it. Oh man, this car is about to do some damage at the red light. You don't get that feeling when you look at this car. You know what I'm saying? It still looks amazing. Not taking nothing away from it. I still love the Red Sport Q50. I would love to own a Red Sport. But at the same time, we gotta stick to history, Nissan. We can't. Y'all came out with the Z, right? And y'all told the fan base, y'all told us we wanted to keep history here. That's why this car was so special with the Z. Perfect across the map. The headlights from the front to the back, history. Speaks hands down. The new Nissan Z, hands down, awesome car. Now when they move over to the Skyline, I don't see that comparison. You line them up together, we see more Nissan Maxima. We see more Q50 here. We don't see the history there at all. We don't even see the GTR R35. We don't even see that. So it kind of lost me, and I know when this car pretty much is out and everybody started to see it, they're gonna feel the same way. They were like, "Hey, yo, what's going on here, man? Nissan, y'all guys promised us we were gonna keep the history there. You know what I'm saying? We were gonna keep the sportiness there, especially if you're carrying over, you know, the Skyline name." So I just wanted to pretty much touch on that. And I don't understand how we can go from the Z, the G35, the Red Sports of the world to the Skyline, and it's just so far from what direction I thought we were going in. Of course, we got to go in a new direction. Of course, we're gonna go into EV. You know what I'm saying? We get it, but I don't know what to really say. It's so many mixed emotions and feelings with this car, man. Yeah, we got a little horsepower there, but it ain't nothing putting down numbers like what we're used to seeing. You know, like BMW numbers with the competition and the AMG. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this car if they decide to ever bring them over here, or if they're going to bring them over here. The markup's going to be crazy. They're talking about it's going to be about around the same as the Red Sport, starting at 55, 60K. You know, MSRP, but we know the dealer markup fees are going to be more like 100,000, especially for a Skyline. Now, I would hope this would just be like, it's saying Nismo. So if you're carrying Nismo name, okay, I'm looking for a little more craziness, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking spoiler, you know, suspension dropped. I'm thinking rims, Brimbos. I'm thinking crazy. Hood vents, side vents. I'm thinking like all out Nismo. I'm talking about carbon fibered out. You know, I'm talking about a real tuner styling, real tuner look. That's what I'm thinking about. But man, I guess I'm gonna leave it right there. That's my little rant for today. Huge fan, by the way, of the GTR, Skyline, no matter which one. Just a little mixed feelings, kind of confused about it a little bit. I think I would do a little more. I'm gonna do a little more digging, because I didn't think this would ever come back up, or I didn't even think I would even see this car. And this was like a couple years ago I seen this article, and now they're saying that they are going to make them, and it's going to be probably like 1,000 or more. We'll have to see if we get them over here in the West. I hope. I can't wait till my tuner guys get a hold of it. I'm just dying to see what they're going to do with this, because I know it's going to be awesome. And if it's carrying a Skyline name, I'm going to have to, you know, give it a chance, because I'm pretty sure they're going to squeeze every bit of juice out of this one that they can. And I can't wait. Big shout out to Nissan for even bringing it back, for giving it a chance, by the way. This is no bashing, no knocking or nothing. It's just more so like surprise. I'm surprised that they made it. Because we already know, you know, sometimes Nissan can drag their feet whenever it's time to bring back out a, you know, classic legendary car. They usually take their time, and it takes many years before we probably even see another Skyline or GTR model. So I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, so you guys can stay notified on all of the news, latest and greatest news out here in these motor streets. Thank you, man, and I appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, stay notified, man, and click the bell so you guys will know whenever I drop some more bangers.